From the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass., this is NEPSAC Boys Hockey. Here on LSP today, it's the championship game of the 48th annual Lawrence Groton Boys Hockey Holiday Tournament between the Cushing Penguins with a record of 4-0-3 and Dexter Southfield record of 4-2-1. Good morning, everybody. Sam Feely here with you, ready to bring the play-by-play story. Saeed Vasugi is on camera right off the opening face-off. A quick shot on goal, a second quick shot on goal. And Paul D'Alessio, the senior out of Burlington, Mass., making a couple quick stops for Dexter, who are in white, Cushing in purple. Championship game of the 40th annual Lawrence Groton Boys Hockey Holiday Tournament. Dexter can win the tournament outright after being co-champions last year with Holderness, whom Cushing beat last night 5-2. Dexter beating Thayer 3-0 last night over at Groton. And once again, it is Cooper Rottenstock between the pipes for Cushing. In this game, he has had some mind-blowing performances in goal the first two games of this tournament. The 5-2 win last night over Holderness, and the night before that, the 2-0 win over the co-hosts LA. Another shot that is saved by D'Alessio. That one tie, by the way, on Dexter's record, 4-2-1, that came against Cushing. Second meeting already of the season between Dexter and Cushing. Face-off in the right wing circle, won by the Penguins. Along the blue line, tip in, will not get in there. Green knocked it down, too far in front and too far wide left of goal. Chopped at the right point, trickles outside the zone, push ahead by Hurton for Dexter. Working his way in, muscling up the man right on his hip, Mincello. Out of the zone for Cushing and trying to chase this one down. No icing here. Dedinus will keep the play alive, getting muscled up here by Nicholas. Along the sidewall, reversing direction for Dedinus. And Porter battles him, and then it'll be Mick Frechette. Up the far side from the red line by Frechette. And Dexter getting a change here. Who you got poll. Gonna make that a regular feature now, I think, for these broadcasts. And as we get started, it looks like we got 13 votes. And right now, nice, 69% think Cushing is gonna win this one. I am 35 years old. Puck gets flipped into the Cushing bench. We'll have a face-off. Exactly 2 minutes gone by here in the first period. These two teams have won or shared each of the last six of these tournament championships. Here's a shot from left wing circle, blocked immediately. Second opportunity, third opportunity, and it's pinned on the crease by D'Alessio. Dexter has won in the last 6 times this tournament has been held, dating back to 2015. Dexter has won the tournament outright 3 times. 2015, 18, and 19. Shared it with Culver in 2016 and shared it with Holderness last year. Cushing won it outright 2017. Not a whole lot of new names on the trophy. No new names on the trophy this year, as that'll be swat out to the corner. Culver won this tournament back-to-back years, 2013 and 14. Cushing in 2012, and before that, Lawrence Academy back-to-back years. It's been over a decade since one of the hosts has won this tournament. Even longer if you want to go. You're looking for the last time Groton had a championship in this tournament. Dexter trying to set up their offense. A couple of early rushes by Cushing, but nothing, no real sustained possessions yet for Dexter as Cushing picks this one up behind their own goal and guides it out of the zone. To the near side, and shrugging the hit is Frechette as he brings it to the zone. We got a whistle. Referee, what has he got? Don't think we have a penalty, or no penalty. Just bring the face-off out to the neutral zone. All right, 3:32 gone by in the first period. No score yet between Dexter and Cushing. Won by Dexter, hammered from outside the blue line by Sean Kane. Over to the left side. And Cushing getting it out of the zone. Another opportunity here, 3-on-1, but from behind. Frechette breaks that up. Dexter brings it into the zone. Shot from the right wing circle, immediately blocked by Maldonado. Getting a stick in the way there. Into the near right corner. Carried towards goal, but then turned aside. Able to keep it in at the blue line. Kane again. Around the corner, boards behind the goal. Pass in front. No white jerseys there. Kane picks it up, guides it outside the circle. And to the bottom of the left wing circle. Another pass. Not a whole lot of clean connections here for Dexter. And now this trickles outside the zone for Frechette. Kane again. Up the near side. And whack there. Sean Leach. Out to the far side in the corner. It'll be Butte trying to pick it up. Push it ahead to Condon. Knocked down at the blue line by the Penguins. Forced in deep. Kane gets it back and swats it out of the zone. Back to get it is Marcoux for Cushing. Along the blue line, on the diagonal, Cushing re-enters the zone. Chance from the right wing circle. A stick in the way and then tipped with the glove by D'Alessio to the corner. Into the near side wall. On the corner over to Frechette. Lifts it high out of the zone. Back to get it is Russo. And no icing at the last minute, says the referee. Cushing trying to restart the offense here. Battled for along the red line. Dexter gains possession. Flipped up the near side by Lanza. And then cut off and backhanded into the zone again by the Penguins. 5:40 gone by in the first period. Still no score. Philbrick will have to retreat to get this one in his own blue line. Now he blows a tire inside the zone and backhanded in from outside the blue line by Lanza. Linesman's arm was up for a delayed offside. Waved off quickly. Cushing gets it back. Here they come. On the far side, working into the middle. The shot and ripped out of the air by D'Alessio. 6:05 gone by in the first period. No score still. Championship game of the 40th annual Lawrence Groton Boys Hockey Holiday Tournament. Obviously did not have this tournament 2 years ago because of COVID. Last year, well, LSP made its triumphant return to the airwaves with this tournament. Hadn't fully moved back to the Boston area. And then a couple months later, almost died. Yeah, listen, people keep telling me, stop talking about it, man. It's so depressing. Listen, if I don't turn it into a joke, it will destroy me, okay? God has let me live another day, and I'm going to make it everybody's problem. You people mean the world to me. Here come the Penguins, 2-on-2. Back into the zone. Shot immediately blocked by Gerald Cahill. So thanks again to Lawrence Academy for having me back for this tournament. And let's continue to have some fun. Emery, the shot, the save by Rodenstruck. Toughest save he's had to make thus far. I think that actually might be his first save he's had to make. Hasn't been tested at all defensively. He lost his stick from what he's trying to find just the slightest window of time to pick it back up and is able to steer that one off the corner glass. Dexter picks it up, and their blue line re-enters the zone. Quick opportunity, turned aside by Rodenstruck, out to the neutral zone again. Back to his own blue line. Carson Nicholas nearly turned it over to Bennett, who had 2 goals the other night in the win over Holderness. Dangling through the slot. Leach. It's sealed off the puck and now smashes his man into the corner glass. Behind the goal to the far side. High outlet pass. Settling it down the corner. It's Bennett. He couldn't get it straight towards goal, and that slows things down. Allows Dexter to clear all the way back to the Cushing end. Fast-moving first period. About 8 minutes gone by. Turnover to the Penguins in the near right corner. Bounces off a glove there and getting bumped there. That is Lanza. Puck stays in the Cushing zone. Penguins again looking for a lane to clear. Up the far side. And now the outlet pass. No, it'll go along the blue line. We're going to go up the middle there. Might add some space for Resendez, who's had 2 fantastic goals in this tournament. Drops in the circle. Resendez fans on it. Penguins able to keep it in the zone. Shot falling away towards the blue line. The save again by D'Alessio. Along the side wall. Out to the right point. Now back to the left point. Maldonado will put it off the end boards. Chance on the apron now. Resendez goes down to a knee. Backhands it out to the point for the blast. It goes nowhere near goal. Through the slot to the opposite side wall. Off the wall and back to the Cushing end. No icing save. The officials and Dexter will get a change. We approach the halfway mark of this first period. Still no score. Up the near side. Saucer pass over to Gargula. Pushes it in and will go off for a change. Got it ahead by Porter, cut back to the Dexter blue line. Hurton gets it up the left side, trying to connect with Noman. Into the middle of the ice again for Porter, and thrown back to the Dexter end. 8.5 to go. Porter guides it into the zone. 2 purple jerseys surrounding them, pushes it to the side wall. Penguins gain possession. Watch out for the linesman there, standing right there on the red line. Penguins get into the zone. Backhanded in deep from the blue line by Quinn. Around the corner boards to Green. Green reverses direction. Closest to it is Dinas. And through the wickets of Quinn out to the left point. Now it comes back in on goal. The save by D'Alessio. Had a lot of traffic in front of him, both friendly and otherwise. And now he gets it back behind his own goal. Reversing direction to the far side is Nicholas. Launched to the opposite side for Porter again. Brings it in, excuse me, not Porter. Regardless, Rodenstrach makes the save. That was Minchello, excuse me. Right wing circle, and the Penguins pick it up. Trying to thread it for Sacco. Back in off the side wall. Into the zone, onside Sacco again. In the corner. Dumps it off. Out to the left point, along the blue line, top of the slot. It's Philbrick. Save, rebound, cleared, but not out of the zone. Just out to the blue line. Shot goes over the crossbar, off the rear glass. Will push there, and up picking up is Markovic. Around the corner boards to the near side. Pushed back in deep by Rizzo. Markovic tries to get it. Rizzo gets it. Out to the left point. The shot from the top of the circle blocked. Another opportunity. Loose puck in the crease. Swept out to the point again. Now another opportunity, and Philbrick is denied. Another shot block. Along the goal line, it's Sacco, and won't get it on target. Assad gets it, and fans on it, trying to clear it up the far side wall. Goes off the near side wall. Nobody home there for Dexter. Will be guided to Minchello, and then out of the zone, all the way back to the Cushing end. Icing on Dexter, 6:32 to go in the first period. Still no score, and down here on in the Dexter zone, D'Alessio was having a little bit of a conversation with Noman, and one would be about. Gonna set up for this face-off here, left wing circle maybe. Got a late exit here. Sutherland skating off the ice. I'm sure we got 5 skaters here, guys. Over to the right point. Face-off win by the Penguins. The shot wide right of goal off the end boards. Ricochets to the near side again. Over to Wallace in front. And then cleared by Dexter. Net is off its mooring behind D'Alessio, and he fixes it as the play is well away from him. Dexter trying to set up their offense. Trying to take the lead. And Rodenstrach made the save. Out to the right point, but bounces away from Gerald Cahill. And then backhanded to the far side by D'Alessio. Back to the near side again for Cahill. Playing catch here with Kane. Up the left side. And the outlet pass intercepted. Chance for Dexter to bring in. Resendez again looking for a goal, but it had it taken away. Dexter brings it into the offensive zone. Emery gets forced off the puck, hits his man along the end wall. Shot from the goal line. A couple of quick saves by Rottenstruck out to the left point. Penguins have it into the middle of the ice. On the near side, they enter the zone onside. Rides along the end wall, try to relay it out of the zone. Condon cannot, keeps it in the zone, swatted away from Resendez by Frechette. 5 minutes to go. Now to the right point. Now the slot, the shot, save. Oh, wow. Russo could have walked in and maybe picked that one up, but backed off as it was cleared. Rebound just died right on the crease next to D'Alessio, and Russo might have had an opportunity there, but pass it up. Comes all the way back to D'Alessio on that pass off the sidewall, and he clamps down on it. 4:42 to go in the first period. Still no score, Dexter and Cushing. Face-off will be in the left wing circle, and it will be Porter against Green. And Dexter wins the face-off. Ambrecht up the far side. Yeah, to the neutral zone. Thrown in from the red line by Philbrick. Knocked down by D'Alessio. Chopped at. Penguins get it back into the zone. Defense clamping down there on Green. Kind of have to get him with two guys there. Nicholas and Noman. Green's the biggest guy on the ice. Towers over him. And those two guys just to sandwich him and slow him down. Redirected from outside the blue line by Markovic for Cushing. All the way back to the near side. Hurton slowed down a little bit, then tried to catch up to it as it's battled for along the sidewall here in the neutral zone. Under 4 minutes to go. Walking in on the left side, faking the shot, now taking the shot and taking a big hit. First trouble, Axel Favreau out to the neutral zone again. Maldonado. Dexter in the middle of a change here, 3.5 to go. Along, just behind his blue line, rather. Glove down just inside the zone and swatted back out by Kane. All the way back to the Cushing end, and another icing on Dexter. 3:20 to go. Fast-moving first period. No penalties, no goals. Who's going to break the ice? Just a reminder, if you like what you see and want to support future broadcasts here on LSP, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and support us on the web financially. It's PayPal, Ko-Fi, and Creator Spring. LSP37 is the username on all three sites. Dexter lifts it out of the zone. Cahill from red line and then goes off for a change. Now battle here behind the goal. Dexter hasn't had the puck in the offensive zone for very long this game. Finally pried free. Can Dexter get it out to the point? No, Leach backhands back in deep. Cushing with possession here. Lanza was coming up to it. Now a chance close to goal, but carried away from the circle by the Penguins. Up the left side for Kane off the in glass. Now out to the right point again. Lanza, but it's going to go all the way back to the Dexter end. I don't know, man. You had these, you had these gimme passes out to the right point. Just fan on, just goes all the way back to your goalie. They do not appreciate that. Ronstruck sticks out the pad there to steer that one aside. Glove down in the neutral zone for Frechette, and then he throws it back in. Approach 2 minutes to go. Hammered from the red line by Lanza. Russo in the corner, gets knocked down. Versus direction to the near right corner. Lanza comes back into the play. Tries to play it in deep. Cushing gains possession, however. On the right side, back into Dinas off the end boards. Lanza pushes it away and then pushes another man down. Yeah, it would be Dinas, in fact. Minute and a half to go. All the way back to the Cushing zone. In the middle of the change there. And right place, right time to prevent the puck from going all the way back to their end. Off the side wall, out of the reach of Frechette. Now catches up to it. Does a pinwheel, a Kira slide against Agnew. And it works out for Dexter. The Akira slide always works. Frechette puts on the brakes, gets a little bit of space, brings it up ice, and Dexter leads 1-0. Shane Dwan. Dexter looking to make it 2-0 as they win the faceoff and quickly bring it back into the zone. Dwan, senior from Hingham, Mass. 1-0 Dexter. Back the other way come the Penguins. Dropped off, big hit, just inside the blue line. Cullen Emery, and that'll go out of play. Cullen Emery with a huge hit there, lowering the shoulder. Dwan gets the goal, 47 seconds to go, 1-0 Dexter, and the faceoff will be in the offensive zone. So much for Cushing having the edge in zone time this game. Quick restart, starting from his own zone. Here's a blast, a save by D'Alessio, drops in the right wing circle, lifted out of the zone up the far side. Back to the near side though for Marshall. Marshall walks in, now takes another shot off the bar and in. That is what the Penguins were looking for. We are tied at 1. Dwan's goal, a little bit of a wake-up call for the Penguins, who were trailing, by the way, for the first time in this tournament with Dwan's goal. Now it's 1-1 with 17 seconds to go. And the Penguins get another one. Pad save, though, by D'Alessio. Now to the Penguins' blue line, 3 seconds. And we'll just bleed it out here. 1-1, Dwan and Marshall the goals in the first period. And we'll take a timeout, back in about 15 minutes with the second period from the Grant Rankin Lawrence Academy with your score. Dexter Southfield 1, the Cushing Penguins 1. This is NEPSAC Boys Hockey on LSP. Welcome back to the second period of NEPSAC boys hockey here on LSP. Sam Feely here with you from the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass, alongside Saeed Vasugi on camera. It is 1-1 between Dexter Southfield and the Cushing Penguins in the championship game of the 48th annual Lawrence Groton Boys Hockey Holiday Tournament. Cushing trying to win this tournament for the first time in 5 years. Dexter trying to claim their third solo title, their third outright title in the last 4 playings. And it will be their 4th consecutive championship overall, including the shared championship with Holderness last year. Cushing in purple, Dexter in white. Team switch sides. Second period underway. Goals in the first. Well, just gonna keep track of the. We're gonna have an opportunity there for Cushing real quick, but here come Dexter the other way. Goals in the first period. Shane Dwan for Dexter and Emerson Marshall for Cushing. Re-entering the zone on the left side. Dexter, and the shot saved by Rottenstrack. Trips his own man as the puck goes over to the far left corner. Dexter keeps the possession alive. Bounces off the back of the cage. Colin Emery with the bid there for Dexter. And now Resendez had the first goal into the first 2 games of this tournament for Cushing. Gives it up. And it'll be turned aside. All the way back to the Cushing end. Fans seem to be favoring Cushing in this one, and our who you got poll there in the chat. 60% think Cushing is going to take this one. They trailed for the first time in this tournament when Dwan scored, making it 1-0 in favor of Dexter, but quick response by Marshall. We have a penalty, or just had icing. Faceoff's coming back to the Cushing end here. Yeah. All right. No penalty at all. Green to take the face-off against Porter. Won by Porter. Back to the left point for the shot and the save by Rottenstrack. .127 gone by here in the second period. Pick up the puck there behind the goal. Maldonado up the far side. Trying to get a little bit of momentum there. Didynas has it taken away. Thrown up the far side in front of the Cushing bench. Unable to glove it down there at the point. No icing as Cushing touch it last. They'll go back to get it up the near side. Swatted by Ross. Stays along the blue line though. And a little poke check by Nauman. And Cushing gets it back over to the near side. Maldonado ricocheted into the Dexter zone. Tumbling puck right in on D'Alessio, and he'll hold on to it for a face-off. 2:03 gone by here in the second period. Cushing trying to stay unbeaten. 4-0-3 in-ring play. This is the second meeting, by the way, of the season between these two teams. Dexter's lone tie on their record against these Penguins. Up the near side. Check there on the neutral zone wall on Dwan, the goal scorer for Dexter. And out to the left point. A lot of crashing of sticks there as the players tried to pry it free. Cushing tried to bring it in the zone, unable to sidestep that check. Markovic was able to bring in the zone, stay on his feet, but slowed him down. Now along the goal line, back to the corner. Off the back of the cage, and Dexter finally gets possession. Slowly swatted out of the zone. There's Dwan again, throws it in. And there's Rottenstrack dropping it off for Marcoux. Marcoux up the left side. Sees Condon bearing in on him and flips in the zone, goes off for a change. Dexter looking for a quick re-entry in the offensive zone, hit there towards the Dexter bench by Philbrick. Chance, but denied by Rottenstrack as Dexter brought it in up close. Now to the left point of the zone. Cushing gets it out. Paddled ahead by Rizzo. And now having to tag up. Philbrick. And along the blue line. Chance on the right side. Wallace unable to get a shot off. They get back to Wallace or Agnew there at the red line. But bounces off a skate there in the circle and all the way back to behind Rottenstrack's net. Approach 4 minutes gone by here in the second period. Referee's arm is up. Do we have a penalty here? We do. It is a hooking call. And Cushing is going to go on the power play. Sean Leach to the box. Right wing circle face-off. Teams establish solid control yet as they paddle forward along the side wall, and now Cushing has it in the corner out to the right wing circle, walking now back towards the goal line, in front, waiting out to the top of the slot. Out to Philbrick, over the right wing circle, back to Philbrick, pass might have been deflected, now one time for the right wing circle, the save by D'Alessio. Cushing able to keep it in the zone though, as Dexter wasn't able to clear. Here's another blast, Philbrick wide left of goal. Thrown up the far side, Philbrick dives down to keep it in the zone, takes a little poke there as Dexter brings it the other way. Short-handed opportunity, maybe on a tee, oh, wide left of goal. They had Rottenstrack dead to rights and Kane couldn't put it home. Back the other way comes Resendez on the right side. Now puts on the brakes along the side wall. He's got some support there from Gargula. Now to the top of the slot, faking the blast is Maldonado from the right side. Saved by D'Alessio. Top of the circle. Pass deflected off of Gargula and now out of the zone. Maldonado will go behind his own goal with under 40 seconds left. On the power play, turn over the right wing circle, off the pipe and out. Iron was kind to Cushing in the first period, not kind to Dexter here in the second. Friendly fire there along the blue line, turns into a potential 2 or 3-on-1 for Dexter. Iron unkind again, are you kidding me? 3 breakaway shorthanded opportunities on the same shift for Dexter and absolutely nothing. Off the pipe and off the bar. God. Cushing's goal in the first period was on this net, and that went off the bar and in. Is that net a Cushing fan or something? I don't know. A sentient net, I don't know. But what I do know is that it looks like we have another penalty coming up, and it looks like it's going to be another Cushing power play. Jake Assad, freshman from Franklin, Mass., the guilty party there. Left wing circle face-off. Cushing wins it. Back to Ross. Over to the top of the slot. Back into the right wing circle. Playing catch here. that is one way you can catch the defense nap, and the way Markovic and Maldonado were playing catch there on the right side, and then try to sneak it by D'Alessio, but to no avail. Another face-off in the offensive zone for the Penguins. Goes into the near right corner, and now lifted out to the blue line, kept in by Maldonado. Walks the blue line, waits over the top of the right wing circle. Markovic, and it's denied off a body in front into the near right corner. Markovic, the former LA Spartan. Now right in front. Shot goes wide left of goal with Green pushing a little too strong. Out to the left point, stays inside the blue line for Ross. Off the rear glass. Dexter trying to clear, they cannot. Out to the top of the slot, there's a shot from the left side. One-timer by Ross, unsuccessful all the way back to the Cushing end. Halfway through the power play for Cushing. And a number of power plays, number of situations where power plays have either stacked up on each other or come in one right after the other in the games here at the Grand Rink in this tournament, but they haven't really worked out for the teams on those power plays. I mean, you think back to Thursday night, Resendez's goal in the first period against the Spartans, which turned out to be the game winner, came on a 5-on-3 power play. That was 5-on-3 from the start. Two minors called on two different LA players at the same time. And that's what ended up being the difference. Pad save on that blast on the left side by D'Alessio. Penalty time is up. Back to 5-on-5. Right wing circle, the shot. D'Alessio with another save. Into the corner. And out of play. 1-1 still. Easily be 4-1 Dexter right now with 3 high percentage looks on the same penalty kill, the one before this last one in this period, and nothing. Well, they get something here. Not if Rottenstruck has anything to say about it. He rips that one out of the air for another face-off. Right wing circle face-off, kind of a long delay there, and Cushing wins it up the near side. Favreau gives it up, taken over by Sutherland, but not for long. Penguins backhanded in deep. Sack will go chasing the corner. Out of his reach, backhanded towards goal, but standing his way for Shet to prevent that centering pass from reaching its target. Up the far side for Marcoux. Wide right of goal into the corner. Chipped in, no, not from outside the blue line. I thought Russo had drifted outside the blue line there to lift that in. But the play is onside. Russo now has it, passes it along the blue line, back to Marcoux for the shot. And it's blocked before it gets to D'Alessio, and back the other way come Dexter. From the red line, back to get it, Rottenstruck behind his own net. We were more than halfway through the second period in this game. Lifted high, and it hits the rafters. And that clearance attempt by Marcoux, so that brings the face-off into the Cushing zone, 8:48 to go. Just a reminder, if you like what you see here on LSP and want to support future endeavors, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and support us financially on the web. PayPal, CreatorSpring, Ko-Fi, LSP37 is the username on all three of those wonderful sites. In the corner, Penguins trying to claim the lead for the first time today. They were trailing for the first time this tournament early when Dwan scored the first goal for Dexter to make it 1-0. Maldonado just running into the referee's skates there. Icing waved off. To the near side for Ross. Gets checked into the corner. Pass in front. Nope. Goes off the back of the cage. Comes back to him. Off the side wall. Tapped in deep by Maldonado. Shot for the left wing circle. The save by D'Alessio. At the right point. Chipped in. Out to the corner. Resendez waits for it. He gets smashed there. Now picking up along the end wall. Nicholas. Out to the far side. And we got a whistle behind the play. I think we got a roughing call. There's going to be a pass along the red line that was going to be intercepted by Noman, but instead, well, it's going to be a Dexter power play. It looks like. By the time Noman intercepted that pass, Cushing had touched it, so that's what caused the whistle. I'm sure Noman was like, oh, come on, give me the chance to rush 1-0 on goal, please. I mean, those haven't been guarantees today. Yeah, what? Someone knocking on the glass. Who could it be now? I don't know if someone's trying to get the officials' attention about something, but keep playing, I guess. Hammered in from the red line. Rottenstruck knocks it down. Big hit there on Kane. Out to the left point. Dexter keeps it in the zone. Over the right side. Delaying the shot. Nice little drag there by Lanza, but didn't hit the target. One left to go off the corner boards, and now back out to the right point. There's Lanza again into the slot. Bounces off of Sutherland's stick. And now outside the zone. Dexter has to tag up as we approach the halfway mark of this power play. Dexter bringing it back in the zone. Off the end boards behind the goal. Dropped off. Nobody home there for Dexter. Try to get a quick shorthanded opportunity. Try to backhand it up ice for Dedinas. And we got another whistle. Well, just lived out of the some violation on Cushing, clearly. Not a penalty, but forces the face-off back to the Cushing zone. Off the end glass to the near side will be Dedinas, and then reversing direction, Maldonado, all the way out of the zone. 45 seconds left on the power play. It's a lot brighter in here than it was in any of the other games this weekend here at the Grant Rink. And obviously, it's daylight outside, compared to the gray weather yesterday afternoon and the games at night yesterday and Thursday. But same time, oh, Jesus, look out for the referee. And unable to keep it in the zone at the right point is Noman, and it goes all the way back to the Dexter end. 15 seconds left, but I don't know. It might be maybe the natural light of the sunshine through some of these panels. I don't know. Never noticed that before. I just really only noticed like the rink lights. All right, Dexter brings it into the zone, tried to feed it to Noman in the slot, but taken away. Referee's arm is up. We have another penalty. Hooking is the call. What is going on? Penalty comes at 12 and a half minutes of the second period, and that is Noman. Go in the box for hooking. Still 1-1. Late in the second period. Fans are now 65-35 thinking Cushing's going to win this one. Top of the slot. Phil Brick and gives it up over the left wing circle. Back to Phil Brick. Now the blast from the right side. The save by D'Alessio, denying Gargula. Walking in, dropped off for Gargula. Back out to Philbrick, back to Gargula, walks into the circle, takes another shot, he scores! Gargula took the shot from the right wing circle, and the tip-in goes in. The screener works. And it'll be Emerson Marshall with number 2 of the game. 2-1 Penguins. 2-1 Emerson Marshall, I should say. His 3rd goal of the tournament. Just over 5 minutes to go. Cushing power play comes through. Almost took someone's head off there in the Dexter bench as that puck was rifled into the Cushing zone. Pass broken up. Wallace brings it on the right side, but not for long. Dangled there inside his own blue line by Frechette. Now has to back up. From just outside the blue line, Bennett, who had 2 goals yesterday. And back the other way come Dexter, backhanded in on the flying saucer pass from Hurton. Noman behind the goal to the near side, and then back to the end boards. Marcoux carries it up the far side. A little swat there by Hurton, can't keep it in the zone. Slows it down in the neutral zone and thrown in again by Noman. Under 4 minutes to go. 2-1. Cushing breaks the ice here in the second period. Our first period stalemate broken. 1-1. 2-1 now Penguins. Second goal of the game for Emerson Marshall. As both goals for Cushing in this game. No high stick. It's waved off as it lands for Russo. On the diagonal. Knocked down at center ice. But now maybe a chance here for Brendan Agnew. Turned aside. Into the corner, Agnew gets it back. Trying to connect with Favreau in the circle. Now behind the goal to the right point for Ross. Just chop it in deep. Approach 3 minutes to go in the second period. Ross back at his own red line. Another tripping penalty. Boy, after such a fast-moving first period, we are really racking up the penalty minutes here. It's a tripping penalty, and Sacco not happy, and he's fighting with the penalty box door. .45 the time of the penalty on Sacco for tripping. Another power play for Dexter, and this will be swatted out of the zone by Gargula. Finding out Dexter's best looks today have come on the penalty kill. From just inside the red line, Rottenstruck knocks it down behind his goal, trying to sweep it up the far side. Philbrick. Dexter keeps the play alive. Out to the left point for Nicholas. Top of the left wing circle, Morgan. Pass deflected, dumped in deep by Frechette. Behind the goal, it's Noman. Up the near side again, Morgan. Top of the slot, Nicholas stays in the zone. Here's a chance on the left wing circle, and the save by Rottenstruck. Had some help with a screener in front, though. 50 seconds gone by on this penalty. Tripping call on A.J. Sacco. And that entry goes out of play from the red line into the Dexter bench. It hit off that blue post on our left side of their bench. Left side of your screen, and it'll bring the faceoff back to center ice. Faceoff won by Dexter, back to Sutherland, and trying to pull even again before intermission. First lead of the game, by the way, for Cushing, this 2-1 lead. Green just rifle it out of the zone. Almost shot it into the Dexter bench like the last puck, but ended up going down to the Dexter end as we approach 90 seconds to go. And 15 seconds left on the power play. Rodenstrucks knocks it down again. Now in the corner, the 22s battle. Cullen Emery and Troy Maldonado. After the far side wall, it's Sutherland and then out of the zone again. You know, if your best looks are coming on penalty kills, not a good sign for the rest of your offense. Cushing bringing it in. Shot saved by D'Alessio. Under a minute to go. Penguins extend their lead here. Shot from the top of the slot. Rebound opportunity. D'Alessio kicks it aside. Goes high. Drops behind the goal line. Penguins threatening again. Backhand out to the blue line. Just able to keep it inside. Up the near side. Flipped in by Philbrick and then cleared. 30 seconds to go. Gargula waits up the left side. Putting on the brakes as he crosses the line. Marshall, you know he wants a hattie. Off the side wall. Can Dexter clear? Swat out at the blue line. Kept in by Rizzo. Now chance of the slot. Rebound opportunity. They score! Ethan Gargula. It's 3-1 with 9.4 to go. Gargula, the junior from Princeton, Mass. His first goal of the tournament. And a big hit there along the neutral zone wall with 2.5 left in front of the Cushing bench. It's a penalty on Dexter. Michael Mincello getting sent off. The late hit there. After the face-off, 2.5 to go, and things are starting to snowball now for Dexter, it looks like. Mincello goes to the box, roughing's the call. So 2.5 to go, maybe. Oh, we almost had a buzzer beater there on the power play, and oh, that would have just absolutely murdered this game for Dexter. But Cushing will take a 3-1 lead into intermission. Goals in the second period by Marshall and Gargula for the Penguins. And when we come back in about 15 minutes, still a minute 58 of power play time for the Penguins. 3-1, Cushing on top of Dexter. Back after this. This is NEPSAC Boys Hockey on LSP. Welcome back to the third period of NEPSAC boys hockey here on LSP. Sam Field here with you from the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Alongside Saeed Vasugi on camera. 3-1 the Cushing Penguins on top of Dexter Southfield as we get the third period underway in this championship game of the 40th annual Lawrence Groton boys hockey holiday tournament. Almost a full power play carrying over to the third period here for Cushing, but Dexter able to clear quickly. Kane pushing it up ice. 30 seconds gone by now on the power play. Brought into the zone, back into the left side, one-timer, they score, and it's Gargula again. Ethan Gargula with his second of the game. Both he and Emerson Marshall with 2 today. And things looking pretty good for the Penguins, up 4-1 in just over 30 seconds into this third period. Cushing be able to extend their unbeaten run to start the season to 8. It will be 5-0-3 if this score holds. Oh, big hit there. Might have looked like Quinn might have been hurt, but he was able to get back into the play. Penguins maintain possession in the offensive zone right off the power play goal, and then Nichols tries to clear off the corner boards and the extra pass up the near side for Hurton. Brought back into the zone, though, by the Penguins, but glances over the blue line, thrown back in. Waiting, and now bringing up ice on the far side. Nicholas relayed ahead by Porter. Cut off just in front of the red line by Lanza, brings it back in, tries to dangle past his number 3 counterpart Russo, but the Penguins get it out of the zone. Bounces back towards Lanza though, but now the Penguins bring it in. Shot for the top of the left wing circle, unable to secure the puck after making the save of the glove D'Alessio, and it comes back down to the Cushing end. Settled down by Rottenstruck. No icing. 2 minutes gone by here in the third period. 4-1 our score. Carried back towards goal by Kane, goes off the side wall, and back the other way come the Penguins. Up the middle, and nobody home there on that pass by Sacco. Markovic able to catch up to it, but by that point, an opportunity had been snuffed out by the Dexter defense. Behind the goal, and lift up the near side by Kane. At the center ice, it'll be Assad. Thrown in on the corner boards. He's going off for a change. Blast from the right point and deflected wide left of goal on the bid from Nicholas. Off the side wall, some contact there in the circle. It's going to result in a power play for Dexter. There's a touch up in the corner. Call came from way behind the play here on the referee on the near side. Almost to the Dexter blue line. Tripping is the call. Dexter goes back to the power play, and it is Rizzo pleading his case, not happy with the call. So, power play unit on the ice for Cushing, trying to claw their way back into this one. Led 1-0 in the first period. 4 in a row, though, by the Penguins. They win the faceoff, though, do Dexter. Right in front, one-timer, they score. Well, that didn't take long at all, did it? Just the answer they needed to try and get some life into this offense. Still plenty of time to maybe pull even. 4-2. And it is Sean Kane, the senior from Milton, Mass. one of the co-captains along with Mick Frechette. Another chance for Dexter. That shot deflected, fluttered tantalizingly slow across the face of goal and then to the corner. Penguins pick it up on the near side. Big hit there, but staying on his feet through the contact is Dedinas, and then puts the puck behind the goal. Up the far side, unable to clear it, Sutherland. Penguins keep it in deep. Dedinas out to the right point. It's Marcoux over to the left side. Now the shot off a body in front. Oh, that looked like that hit Quinn right in the chest. Back to the Cushing end. That was a very late icing call. Wiseman didn't even raise his arm until the puck was almost to the goal line. And then the referee blew the whistle. Didn't even raise it very high. Some uncertainty there, I don't know. It will be Emery against Markovic for this faceoff in the left wing circle of the Dexter zone. Markovic wins it back along the side wall. Now Markovic from the left wing circle. It's denied. Up the left side, here come Dexter. Morgan, not that Dexter Morgan, but Morgan for Dexter. Lanza. Boy, good thing the last couple of seasons of Dexter sucked and everybody, forgot about that show for, can you imagine the jokes that could be made about this school? Same thing with, I'm sure how all those parents who named their kids after Game of Thrones characters quickly regretted their decisions. And not even because the last season, the last episode of Game of Thrones was so bad, because the characters were awful people. You don't want to be named after those people. There's just some shows where there are no good guys. Face off in the neutral zone, going down to his hip there. Agnew as he tried to come in for the puck. To the side wall. Backhanded in from outside the blue line by Porter. Launched up ice, tried to get the diagonal outlet pass for Wallace. Here's though at the red line. Goes back to the neutral zone, then back to Nicholas. Dangerous pass there back in front of his own goal for Frechette. And then flips away from Sean Leach, the son of NHL great Brian Leach, arguably the greatest American defenseman of all time. You have a forward wearing number 2, can you? Sean Leach is a forward on the Dexter roster. That's paddled aside. Hi, Mr. Leach. How you doing? Here is Sean up the right side. Flipped ahead for Assad. On the left side, putting on the brakes. It's Resendez, takes the shot. Gets it through Lanza in on D'Alessio. And D'Alessio holds it with a little more than 6 minutes gone by here in the third period. 4-2. Cushing extending their lead to 4-1 early in this period, but Sean Kane with the goal to get Dexter back within 2, but slowed down since for the Dexter offense, and that shot goes behind the goal. Certainly doable. Here's a chance right on the doorstep. D'Alessio made the save, and then the Dexter defense able to guide it away. Extra pass, trying to carry it towards goal. Morgan, but glance off his stick. Had to continue pursuing it towards the end boards. And out to the left point for Lanza. Backhands it in deep for Sutherland. And now taken away by the Penguins. Glove down at the blue line, though, by Lanza. Tries to take the shot. Deflected off to the side and back to the red line for Frechette. Thrown in. Both teams getting changes here. Big hit there along the end boards. And another shove. Couple of side steps there, but slowed down Jedinas enough for Nicholas to come away with the puck in his own zone. Nicholas pushes it up ice. Could have been a hand pass there. I thought it was a Dexter player who kind of threw it behind his back with his glove, but bringing up ice now on the left side. Hurton, and now taken away. From the red line, thrown in deep. Swatted around the corner by D'Alessio up the far side. Kept it at the right point. Tip-in opportunities. Jedinas tried to reach in with his stick to try and tip it in goal, and he didn't get on it. Goes out of the zone. Now Nicholas throws it in from the red line, and he will go off for a change. And up the far side, off the side wall, and back to the Dexter blue line for Kane. Around the end boards. Ronshaw can't knock it down. Putting on the brakes in the corner. Good pressure here by Dexter, but Cushing seems to find a way through this labyrinth every time to kill some more time and snuff out any hope of a comeback for Dexter. But we got a whistle now. We got a player down here in the Dexter zone, and that is Dan Markovich. His face down here on the ice. He's holding the back of his head. Mike Dreher coming out to have a look at him, and it's not often that we, these happen right in front of us, but see if I'm gonna go back on the replay and just see if I can see exactly what happened. Oh, so Markovich reached for the puck and then slipped, and then it looked like it was contact, completely incidental contact to his head by the knee of Kane. Markovich was reaching for the puck coming into the zone, and then he tumbled, and then Kane's momentum carried his knee into Markovich's head. So tough break there. He's up to a knee now. I have a feeling we're not. Day's pretty much going to be done at this point out of an abundance of precaution, but good to see that he's able to skate off here. Linesman guiding him to the blue line, and his teammates giving him a pat. Well, that is a relief. You don't like to see. I don't want to see the stretcher come out or anything, but again, it was just completely incidental stuff there. Just reaching for the puck. He might have blown an edge there, and as he was sliding down, Kane came up and his knee caught him. But that's going to be, cause for concern, certainly, but he's able to skate off under his own power. He'll go get looked at and everything, and we'll have a face-off at center ice. Just under 10 minutes to go in the third period. Remember, folks, we still got a game here, 4-2. Out of the reach of Leach. At the near side, Leach forces it towards goal. Can't get a shot off, though. It's still tumbling there in front of the crease. Don't know if Rottenshaw can see it. It's out to the left point now. The shot from outside the circle off the end boards. Now wasting any time getting the action going again. Pushed in deep by Frechette behind the goal. Sticks lifted there. Back out to the left side. Frechette along the blue line. Now it's Lanza. Trying to get a tip in there. Goes along the goal line. Now behind the goal. Pops off the side of the cage. And glove down by Lanza at the blue line. Behind the goal for Emery. Trying to clear it. He can't. Out to the left point for Frechette. Another opportunity. And Rottenstrack clamps down on it. And some more jaw gymnastics after the whistle. More than halfway through this third period. 8:45 to go. 4-2 our score. Dexter led 1-0 late in the first period, but Cushing came back to tie it before the intermission. And that started a 4-0 run for Cushing. Dexter back in the game, though, at 4-2 with a goal. About 4 minutes into this period, but nothing since. 4-2. In the near right corner, Cushing forces the turnover, tried to clear it on the diagonal, the opposite side. It was broken up, but they are able to force it in on the second effort. Kane back to the near side for Nicholas. Ahead and into the middle of the ice for Emery. Right side, pass in front off the side wall. Ricochets right to Kane and out of the zone. Nicholas behind his own blue line. 8 minutes to go. Pushed over to Kane. And it'll, I guess the puck went out of play, so face off in the neutral zone. Right on center ice, in fact. 7:58 to go. Will we crown a brand new champion here in the 48th annual Lawrence Groton Boys Hockey Holiday Tournament? Now up the left side from Frechette on the red line. Big hit there behind the goal. Some help there in the corner. Penguins gain possession up the near side. Try to relay it out, cut off Lanza. Push back in. Penguins regain possession. Again, looking for a lane out of the zone. They had been doing such a good job. A lot of traffic there right on the blue line as Dudinus was, not Dudinus, Backus was, no, it was Dudinus who was slowing down, trying not to commit an offside. Gave Dexter a chance to bring it back into the zone. Now they set their offense shot scuffed there in the right wing circle. Some space now for Cushing to bring it up ice, almost into the Dexter bench. And then thrown in, and then having to paddle it aside is D'Alessio there with the stick hand. Behind the goal, swatted away by Frechette. Away from Markovic. Markovic is back on the ice. He's a hockey player. Back into the near left corner. You know, things often look scarier than they end up being, but you can never be too careful, especially with head injuries. Some contact there in the front of the glass there. Is that Markovic? Markovic was stumbling a little bit after he was getting hit, and he goes off. I think at that point he might be done. We'll see, though. Well, he was stumbling after that hit. I'd give him a longer rest now. As we approach 6 minutes to go. Turnover at the right point, but swatted away from Wallace, who gets spun around as he pursues the puck towards the corner. Pried free by Nicholas up the far side ahead for Noman. Backhanded for Porter on the right side. Takes the shot, steered aside by Rottenstrack. Out to the far right corner behind the goal. Rottenstrack clamping down the stick there to avoid a cheapie sneaking in under his stick on gliding through. I don't know. Under 5.5 to go. I'm sure Cushing would take this for the next 5 minutes or so to kill the rest of the clock, but it doesn't make great television, that's for sure. Into the right wing circle. Puck kicked around, and the Penguins able to get it out of the zone. And made some space here on the left side for another offensive chance for the Penguins. Pass into the slot, backhanded away by Kane on the bid by Sacco. Brought into the zone now by Lanza, and he gets steered to the side boards, back to the Dexter blue line for Frechette. Tries to thread the needle for Sutherland, and Cushing settling it down over to the near side. Lifted from the red line, no icing. Picked up by Frechette. Up the far side, almost kept inside the blue line by Rizzo, and now Dexter bringing it back into the zone. In the corner, it's Emery. Couple big hits there. Buys go down the top left wing circle. The shot steered aside by Rottenstruck. Morgan with some space there, but Rottenstruck deflected it. Over the far side. And on the diagonal, brought into the zone. Onside, ahead for Resendez, but then steered away from him for Frechette. Morgan swatted away from him. Directed to the zone by Marshall. Gargula and Marshall each with 2 goals. What a performance this would be for the Penguins in this tournament if either one of them could cap it off with a hat trick. Into the slot, taken away. Off the side wall by Kane. Another chance for Dexter, dumped off but cleared. Saving in the neutral zone, Dwan, keeping it from going too far. Dwan had the first goal of the game for Dexter. It was the first time Cushing had trailed in this tournament. To the near side. Tapped in by Butte into the corner. 3:18 to go. Start to keep an eye on that goal. See if Dexter pulls D'Alessio. Out to the left point, the shot. And it goes off the end boards. Rebound opportunity along the goal line. Diving stop in front of Rottenstruck. Back out to the left point for Kane. Keeps it in the zone. Was gliding behind the blue line, but stayed on side. Now both teams getting changes here. Cushing with possession, lifted high, back towards Kane inside his own zone to avoid committing the icing, and then dropped off for Emery, who puts it behind the goal. Cushing has possession now as we approach 2.5 to go. Flipped in out of the reach of Frechette. No icing. Reversing direction for Frechette. Nearly a turnover there, but he gets it out of the zone and cutting off that outlet pass, Ross, and he picks it up behind his own goal. Over to the far side. Can Penguins put this one to bed? Not yet. Lanza intercepts in the right wing circle and on the diagonal. Back to the Cushing zone. The shot, the save, the rebound, the split-legged save by Rottenstruck. Scramble in front of the net. Nothing. Untangle that flesh pile, and well, faceoff's going to be backed up to the neutral zone. Well, D'Alessio went to the bench. Don't think I saw a penalty called. It's just a matter of getting D'Alessio off for the extra attacker, even without a penalty. And now we have the timeout. It is called by Dexter. And look at and the faceoff is going to be in the offensive zone for Dexter. So this is the opportunity for Dan Donato to drop a play here, get a quick goal, and see if they can pull within one. Last night in the LA Pomfret game, LA was up 3-0 with 7 minutes to go. And then 3-1 with 2 minutes to go. 2-goal lead, and Pomfret almost came back and tied it. 3-2 with a minute and a half to go, but then a late penalty on Pomfret. Well, they had the goalie pulled. Killed that chance to tie it for the Griffins. And just a reminder, if you like what you see here on LSP and want to support future broadcasts, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and if you want to support us financially, it's PayPal, Creator Spring, and Ko-Fi, K-O-F-I, LSP 37. 2:02 to go in the third period. Cushing hanging on to a 4-2 lead. 1-1 after 1, 3-1 after 2. Both teams the goal here in the third. Cushing's coming very early on a power play. And now Dexter pulling the goalie for the extra attacker here. Face off in the Cushing zone. 2:02 to go. Cushing looking to extend their unbeaten streak to start the season to 8. They're 4-0-3 entering play. But Cushing, it wins the face-off and wide left of goal. And it'll be an icing on the Penguins. Bring it back to the right wing circle. 1:55 to go. Second meeting of the season again between Dexter and Cushing. Right wing circle face-off. And Cushing wins it again, pushes it around the end boards, unable to snap at 200 feet. This time, though, kept in and at the blue line by Lanza. Now in the slot out to the left side. The shot from the top of the left wing circle denied by Rodenstruck again. And fanning on it at the left point, Kane. Chance for Cushing to put an end to this one. Oh, getting wrapped up there. Resendez. Cushing wanted to call, they didn't get it. Dexter brings it back the other way. Pad save by Rodenstruck. Out to the far side. And now here's Resendez again. It's in. Seems to be the celebration for Cushing. Rip the shirt open to reveal the S on his chest. Superman. Landon Resendez picks up his third goal of the tournament. He and Marshall also with 3 goals in the tournament. Bennett and Gargula with 2. Markovic and Wallace each with 1. It is going to be 5-2 in favor of the Penguins. And see if it ends that way. But Cushing is going to go to 5-0-3. Longest delayed offside I've ever seen in my life there, as Dodinas didn't realize he was offside. Never touched the puck, so skated off without incident. And Cushing, well, let's see if they can make it 6-2. You know, you got a couple players here who want a Hattie. Gargula and Marshall. No icing. 37 seconds to go. So Cushing is going to win the Lawrence Groton Boys Hockey Holiday Tournament for the first time since 2017. And it snaps a 3 championship streak by Dexter, 2.5 if you're being nitpicky about with splitting the title with Holderness last year. And Cushing will win it. You know, you got players with You got a couple players with 3 goals and 2 players with 2 goals in this game, but that man right there, the man in the mask down there on that goal, Cooper Rodenstruck, I'd give him tournament MVP honors, honestly. The shutout of LA in the first game. Standing on his head to keep Holderness to just 2 yesterday. And the Penguins win 5-2. Cushing is now 5-0-3. And it'll be their turn to host the tournament over New Year's over at Cushing. And Lawrence Academy is also going to be part of. Dexter falls to 4-3-1. We have the trophy here. We'll keep it here for the presentation. I don't know if it's in the. Oh, there it is. It's right there on the. Sitting on Cushing's bench. In fact, let's keep it here for the awarding of the tournament trophy. And with that said, this has been a presentation of local sports production serving Greater Boston student athletes and beyond for over a decade. Copyright 2022. Unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of LSP is strictly prohibited. Our next broadcast isn't going to be for more than a month. It's January 20th, 2023, when the Lawrence Academy Spartans host the Nobles Bulldogs. And that will be LA boys hockey versus Nobles. Puck drop for that game is at 6:15, so tune in here on the LSP YouTube channel. And if you like what you see, want to support future broadcasts, subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel and support us financially. PayPal, Creator Spring, Ko-Fi, LSP37. Once again, the final score from the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. It is the Cushing Penguins 5, Dexter Southfield 2. Cushing wins the 48th annual Lawrence Groton Boys Hockey Holiday Tournament. For Saeed Vasugi on camera, my name is Sam Feely, reminding you forever and always, freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in, and we will keep the stream on for now to enjoy the trophy presentation. The Penguins are going to present it to themselves. Works for me.